mengenai Calvin Verdong, menurut coach dia performnya luar biasa, dia sangat lengkap, sangat pinter, apalagi dalam masalah taktis. Dia memiliki sebuah mesin yang membuat dia bisa akselerasi dengan cepat, dan dia juga main dengan keberanian yang
Selamat malam, terima kasih. The performance tonight, I think we can take positives. I think as a collective, we committed to a level of physicality, we committed to a style of play, but we came up short. And I think when you perform at that level and the game is there for the taking, you have to take it. That tonight had to be a win for Indonesia. Bulgaria are the 80th ranked team in the world, but I thought on the night Indonesia were better. Congratulations to Bulgaria. They won the match, and I think they managed the game, slowing it down, slowing the tempo, which was good for them because that's how you win football matches. But for us, it was there for the taking, and we didn't. And I think that's this group of players will learn from that. We'll grow from it. But we're disappointed. It stings. It really does sting.
Selamat malam dan terima kasihnya nggak perlu diterjemahkan, tapi mengenai performance-nya timnas malam ini ada banyak hal positif yang bisa diambil dari laga yang baru saja lewat. Timnas main secara kolektif, mereka juga membuat komitmen untuk gaya permainannya dan juga mainnya sangat fisik. Sayang sekali, tapi kurang satu langkah saja. Kesempatan sudah ada di situ dan kesempatan yang sudah diberikan seharusnya bisa diambil, tapi sayang tidak bisa dimanfaatkan dengan maksimal. Bulgaria adalah tim dengan ranking 88 di dunia, tapi malam ini timnas Indonesia main lebih baik. Tetap saja selamat untuk Bulgaria, mereka juga berhasil untuk mengkontrol tempo permainannya, mereka juga berhasil untuk memelankan permainan, tapi itu emang sepak bola, itu emang caranya dengan cara mainnya dengan benar. Sekali lagi kesempatannya sudah di depan mata tapi tidak bisa dimanfaatkan. Ini jadi sebuah pelajaran, yang pasti kekalahan ini sakit tapi banyak hal yang bisa dipelajari dari sini. Terima kasih.
Okay, for the question, please note media and mic-nya tolong dikasih.
Good evening, Coach. My name is Muhammad Al-Fatir from Sumatra Post. And despite being lost tonight, I think we have a solid performance. And besides that, we couldn't score tonight. Maybe there's a lack of effectiveness in our final third. But how do you think about how we couldn't score tonight? And then about Calvin Verdong. And on our two matches, you have Calvin Verdong as a midfielder. Why did you choose Calvin Verdong as a midfielder?
Yeah, I'll start with Calvin. I thought his performance tonight was outstanding. He is a complete player. He has the tactical intelligence, he has the pace, the engine, the acceleration, and he can see a pass. So, our style of play, you've seen it. We ask the players to be brave. We ask them to play centrally, which I think is important for Indonesia, given the style of players that we have. And I think Calvin is a big part of our future in terms of being able to control the midfield tempo. I mean, that's Bulgaria. That's a European team that's plays big competitions, and I think we controlled that midfield all night with players like Verdonk, Pelpesi. I thought young Jena, when he came in, really showed his understanding of our system. And then Beckham Putra slotted into that inside forward, top of the box role. I think there was a lot of connectivity, and I'm asking these players to be brave. They have to be ready to adapt and play a new style. That's two systems of play we played across 2 days, 2 games. It just shows the adaptability of this team, which is something we wanted to show our fans tonight, that we could move from a 4-4-2 to a back five system and then adapt in game as well with our structures. So yeah, proud of Calvin tonight. I thought top level. He deserved more.
As well in regards to the inability to score tonight.
I'll come back to that. You answer.
Oke, sure. Mengenai Calvin Verdonk, menurut coach dia performnya luar biasa. Dia sangat lengkap, sangat pinter, apalagi dalam masalah taktis. Dia memiliki sebuah mesin yang membuat dia bisa akselerasi dengan cepat, dan dia juga main dengan keberanian yang tinggi, dan dia menerima peran untuk main secara sentral dengan baik dan lancar, dan dia emang tipe pemain yang cocok untuk bisa dimainkan di posisi tersebut. Dia juga baik untuk bisa mengendalikan tempo di lini tengah. Dan lawannya adalah Bulgaria. Mereka adalah tim Eropa dan mereka juga main di kompetisi besar. Mengenai pemain-pemain selain Verdonk, ada Joey, Ivar, dan Beckham juga. Coach melihat ada nyambung konektivitas antara mereka semua. Mereka juga menunjukkan keberanian untuk perubahan gaya mainnya dari 2 pertandingan. Timnas main dengan 2 gaya yang berbeda. Mereka juga cukup cepat untuk bisa adaptasi, main dari 4-4-2 sampai 5 di belakang. Dan mereka juga berhasil untuk bisa adaptasi di dalam sebuah pertandingan. Dan coach sangat bangga dengan Calvin dan rekan-rekan lainnya.
Okay, next.
Masih dilanjutin.
Yeah, I think the attack tonight, we got into some really good areas. I think the combination play to break the Bulgarian press down was top level to get us into the attacking quarter. But when you look at the makeup of the team, we've got defenders playing in attacking positions. Miliano Jonathans, Marcelino, Oli Romne is coming into this with only 2 games under his belt in 2 months. I mean, and I thought Ola did very well tonight. So if you're asking why we can't score, I think you got to ask the crossbar. It was, nearly, for me, it would have been a world-class goal from Ola. And you can see the intent is there, but we have more quality to add into that attacking line. And, I think coming into the game, Tony Tree and Begum Putra, I think they showed their ability to impact a European opponent that is physically bigger, stronger. So I was quite excited to see the impact they had. Could I have brought them on earlier? Yeah, I think so. I think they could have came in early. But again, when you're playing against that physical style of team, you've got to try and pick the moment to bring those players in, where the game opens a little bit and there's more room for them. So, yeah, I have to say, I thought Beckham and Dhoni did really well coming in off the bench tonight. They showed that for the Hyundai Cup. I think they could be big players for Indonesia moving forward. They've grown in confidence in a few days. They understand the style of play, and I think there's a lot more to come from this team. We're just getting started.
Baik, mengenai kesulitan untuk bisa cetak gol malam ini, menurut coach mereka ada daerah-daerah di mana mereka melakukan serangan dan baik. Mereka berhasil untuk memecahkan press dari Bulgaria untuk memaju ke area penyerangan. Ada pemain-pemain yang juga sebagai defender dimajukan sebagai attacker, dan mereka melakukan itu dengan baik. Kalau mengenai kenapa gol itu tidak terjadi, mungkin harus tanya Tiang, karena menurut coach itu ada kesempatan yang sangat baik untuk bisa cetak gol di mendekati akhir game. Kesempatan dan intent ada di situ untuk bisa mencetak gol. Mengenai kualitas penyerangan itu akan lebih baik lagi ke depannya, tapi dia sudah melihat hal-hal yang baik dari pemain-pemain seperti Dhoni Tree dan Beckham. Apakah mungkin mereka bisa dimasukin lebih cepat pergantian pemainnya? Mungkin, tapi ada juga pertimbangan untuk membiarkan kesempatan pertandingannya berevolusi dulu sambil berjalan. Dan ini juga ada banyak tanda baik yang bisa dibawa untuk Hyundai Cup. Kedepannya pemain-pemain seperti Donitri dan Beckham bisa memain peran yang lebih besar karena mereka sangat mengerti cara dan gaya mainnya untuk timnas. Terima kasih atas pertanyaannya, Mas.
Stay updated. Info terkini masih banyak. Jangan lupa subscribe, like, dan share YouTube official OKZone. Dan selengkapnya ada di okezone.com.